Good morning, my friends, and welcome to another This Might Hurt. I have just got up and I've decided to do these first thing in the morning, if you saw my video yesterday. And we're going to see what's going on today. So I hope everyone's having a great weekend. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit because I just saged and I shuffled a tad, but I didn't shuffle the way I like to shuffle. So with that being said, we will have a little chat. So I woke up this morning thinking that I was going to do one thing, and it turns out I'm doing something else. But that is par for the course in my life. Things change quickly, and what does Ferris Bueller say? You gotta pay attention once in a while, or it'll run right by you. I think something like that. Anyway. Sidetrack. Yeah, I don't know where Ferris Bueller came from, but anyway, let's get some energies for today. We got the Page of Swords on its side. So we haven't had cards on their side yet in this, what do I want to call this? Is it a set of readings? Is it, a new way I'm doing readings? Cause I've actually been doing them for about 3 years. Anyway, in the This Might Hurt series, this is the first time that we've gotten a card on its side. And I actually read cards on their side. My favorite tarot reader, Scorched Earth Tarot, reads cards on their side. I'm pretty sure that I heard her do it after I started doing it. That's not to say that she didn't do it first. It's just to say that I noticed it. And I think that's what the Page of Swords is, right? Is just noticing, like noticing the things, noticing the thoughts, being the observer of your thoughts. If we were to look it up in the traditional meanings of things, then it would be curious or gossip or spies or telling the truth. But what I think it is in this case is just noticing the truth, noticing the things, noticing the thoughts, noticing what it is you need to notice. But the card fell on its side, so I feel like we're in the process, excuse me, I feel like we're in the process of, ooh, wow, third time's a charm. I feel like we're in the process of either noticing the things about ourselves, our thoughts, our words, or the things around us, or those things around us are noticing us. And actually, the way I've always read in the past with the sideways cards is that it hasn't decided yet. But in this case, what I think it is that it's both. We're both being noticed and noticing. So I like that. I like that straight just observer energy, right? So you're not your thoughts. You're not the speaker. You're not the listener. You're the person who's aware that a conversation is existing. I don't know. Maybe that's too philosophical for this early in the morning, but that's where I feel like we're at, right? So there's this awareness that is happening, and without judgment, right? So there's no upright and there's no reversed. It's just an awareness, and I like that. And maybe that's the only card we're gonna get today. I don't know. I don't know if there's. All right, didn't want to come out. There we go. The moon, that which is hidden, will be revealed. Right? Everyone's wearing masks. The big crab in the middle again. So this is a card of Cancer. We just had a big full moon on the 4th of December, which was pretty intense, I guess. Pretty intense. It was the cold moon. I like this because the authenticity is there, but the masks are being worn anyway. So more will be revealed. I always like this card. More will be revealed. So we're noticing the things are noticing us, and more will be revealed. I mean, that's kind of what we aim to do, right? When we're just being aware and noticing things. Like what did we know? What are we going to notice now that we didn't notice before? The 9 of Wands. We're going to maybe overthink a little bit. Start writing the story. Have enough knowledge to write the story, right? So if we talk about Wands being creativity and 9s being the end of that cycle of learning the knowledge, Ace through 10 would be the full cycle, right? So 9, we're almost at the end. So we almost have enough information to write the story, if you will. What is the story that we're writing? What is the story that we're writing? we can write the story differently. It could be, so yesterday we had about ending cycles, right? We got to write the story differently. Death, transformation. We've got all of the major arcanas on the right side, which is our action side. So these are things that we are doing, right? That we actually are doing, I should say, not just thinking and being thoughtful or mindful or aware of it. We're actually doing the things. So this is transformation. Death is always transformation. Riding in on the white horse, right? You can do that for yourself, guys. You can be your own knight in shining armor. You don't need somebody else to do it for you, right? And sometimes the transformation is just noticing that. But big transformation coming, probably in the way that we're looking at things. And when we look at things, what is the Wayne Dyer quote? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's a lot of cards. Death was there, though, in reverse. Death, the devil. There you go. See, the way you look at things changes, right? Let's get the advice. Maybe that's why I didn't ask for the advice card. We need the advice card, please. We got two advice cards. Temperance, temper your emotions, and the Two of Swords. The Ten of Swords, rather, in the reverse. I keep wanting the tens to be twos and the twos to be tens. 10 and 2 with the driver, right? When you were learning to drive, it was always at 10 and 2. So temperance is about tempering your emotions, right? Just mastering your emotions, making sure that you have regulated emotions, if you will. Making sure that you have balance, right? Self-control, moderation. And then the Ten of Swords in reverse is about a new start, right? Recovery. Recovering from that battle that you may or may not have lost, right? But just recovering from that. Giving yourself time to balance, rest and recover. Rest and recover, right? We spend Monday through Friday running around like chickens with our head cut off, those of us that work Monday through Friday. So today is Sunday. I take that as my day of rest, tempering my emotions, understanding, noticing things. Maybe I want to be a little bit creative today. Things are going to transform. Things might be revealed. Those kind of things, right? So what we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is Four of Cups. Something being offered to you that you don't want. Or at least maybe it's being offered to you because you want it and you don't even realize you want it. Maybe that's what this Page of Swords is about, right? She's sitting peacefully by the tree and has her cups, and then that coffee cup that's being offered to her, she's not reaching for it. She's got her back to the viewer of the card, and she's just like, whatever. Like, I don't need that. I don't need the thing. Pay attention to that. Maybe you're the one giving. Maybe you're the one that's refusing to receive. But notice that something is going to be offered one way or another. When we put it all together, just being aware of things that will be revealed, getting creative about it, letting the transformation happen, tempering those emotions, and bringing things back to balance, and giving yourself time to recover. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We'll talk tomorrow. Take care.